Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another video. And this is basically going to be discussing the fact that there's going to be a Toy Story 4. So yeah, Toy Story 4 has been confirmed and to come out on 2017, and it is supposed to star, not star, but it's supposed to be directed by John Lasseter. So yeah, I assume the original cast is going to come back. Um, so yeah, I assume, which includes Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Joanne Cusack, Wallace Shawn, to name a few. So yeah, I assume the original cast is gonna come back, or at least most of them. Like Woody, like Woody, Buzz, Rex, for example, Slinky. So yeah, I assume some of the cast is gonna come back. Now, how do I feel about Toy Story 4? It's an interesting move when you come to think about it, because most Pixar movies are good. The only ones that I think most people say are okay, or are mixed reviews on, is Cars and Cars 2. I think are the only two movies that people have like mixed reactions to. But aside from those two movies, all the Pixar movies are pretty good if you ask me. Now, I kind of thought they already ended the franchise with Toy Story 3, and I thought they said they weren't going to make a Toy Story 4, but it seems like they are. It's a pretty interesting move. Now, I don't know if it's a problem, or one thing that has to be pointed out is that Andy will likely not be making an appearance in this film. Now, Andy is the boy that owned Woody, Buzz, and the rest of the toys. But since he gave away the toys to the little girl at the end of the third movie, is he going to be included in the film? How is it going to work out? Now, that's interesting to point out. I like the idea that there's going to be a fourth Toy Story film, because Toy Story is one of those franchises that every movie is just good, because usually by the third movie the franchise dies. The third movie usually sucks, but the second movie was good, and so was the third. So the fourth movie, I think it's gonna end up being good, but I just don't know how it's gonna fit into the story. Also, you have to remember that most animated movies, especially with Disney movies, most animated movies that are a sequel tend not to do good. Usually they're direct to DVD, but the Toy Story franchise has been on has had theatrical runs, so it's likely not going to have a direct to DVD release. But they have had bad animated sequels when it comes to the story, and I think this is one of those situations which we could see a bad Toy Story film, because the story wise. So yeah, I think the story has to be pointing out a lot of stuff. Also, depending how old the girl is by the time they make the film, like the girl in the movie is gonna be the little girl that owns the toys. Depending on how old she is in the film, you also have to include that factor in. But I think as a standalone movie, it could be good. But connected with the franchise, I do think there is gonna be some issues with it. Story wise, just connecting it to the whole franchise. And honestly, I thought we were done with the franchise as a whole. So it is pretty interesting. So I'm not gonna say excited, but I am looking forward to at least see how this turns out. But I really don't know how I feel about it. I've got like mixed reactions, saying that it's a Pixar movie and most Pixar movies are good, and the Toy Story franchise is an awesome franchise and they're all good movies, so it's gonna turn out good. But then you also have to remember, story-wise, how is it gonna turn out? Is it because you also have to include the fact that Andy's no longer gonna be in the film, likely, and the fact that there's gonna be new characters, new toys, and a new owner. It's gonna be interesting, so you do have to point that out. So yeah, I mean, overall, it's a pretty good idea, but I do think they need to arrange some stuff. So yeah, I am gonna leave a link down below for those who want to check out an article on this. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So definitely do stay tuned for that. Besides that, comment down below on your thoughts on Toy Story 4. What are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.